781 just sped up to 46 knots, 50 knots.
This morning, the sound of U.S. Navy sailors reacting to a radar screen tracking unidentified objects flying around their stealth ship.
Oh, 138 knots. Holy going fast.
At times, the radar lighting up with 9 objects. It could be similar to those captured on night vision and infrared video, swarming warships for nearly a week in July of 2019, then disappearing without a trace.
Well, that one's pretty much perfectly 000 relative, right?
Yeah.
At one point, 2 objects suddenly vanishing from the screen, something experts say can happen with smaller targets. But the man who released the leaked video, Jeremy Corbell, says it might suggest the objects went above or below the radar range.
It's moving above the capacity for that radar to see it, or they're moving below, which would mean into the water.
Earlier this month, the filmmaker released another video showing a flying sphere drop into the ocean.
What was splashed?
Saying USOs, or unidentified submerged objects, have also been tracked by the military. When asked about the radar video, a Pentagon spokesperson would only confirm they were taken by Navy personnel and were part of a review of unidentified aerial phenomenon, but wouldn't comment about how they were released.
Why are they confirming these videos that are leaked to you?
They want to be ahead of it, and they're out of options. There's a lot of pressure by the global public and the American public, for answers.
And after years of Navy fighter pilots also reporting other incidents where flying objects seem to accelerate instantly or fly at supersonic speeds without breaking the sound barrier, lawmakers on intelligence committees are demanding answers.
There's enough obvious evidence here that we need to take this seriously, not downplay it, and try to gather as much information as we can to figure out what is it these pilots are seeing and what does it mean.
Right now, there are a lot of...
Hey, what's up guys? Tyler here with Secure Team. As you just saw, we have a new Pentagon UFO leak of not just video, FLIR infrared footage like we've been getting, but of actual radar data recorded in one of these Navy ships showing what appears to be a swarm of UFOs on radar, appearing at times, disappearing at others as if they're either just vanishing into thin air or going down under the water at such a high rate of speed that the radar no longer detects them. But see, this is the type of footage that really gets me excited because it's confirmed radar data as opposed to some of the other leaked Pentagon footage that has been released that we spoke about in my last video. And in regards to that last video, I just want to make a quick comment because it was evident that some viewers didn't quite understand the purpose of that video. My video about the Pentagon leak, specifically some of the footage therein, was to get your guys' opinion on another channel's attempted debunking of some of this infrared footage that's been released from the Pentagon. And for the record, no one here on Secure Team is trying to say that the Pentagon UFO clip leaks aren't real. In fact, the opposite. However, I feel it's my duty, and for that matter everyone's duty, to always ask questions when it comes to UFOs, especially when the government is involved. That is the point to all of this, am I right? To ask questions and debate. The point of that video was to show the other side of the coin, wherein which FLIR cameras on these jets and Navy ships can catch totally ordinary objects, but the infrared makes them look otherworldly in that specific infrared spectrum. Secondly, no one is discounting the testimony of the many pilots and Navy personnel that have detailed their own experiences. Heck, I was talking with pilots well before 60 Minutes or CNN ever cared, so I know this phenomenon is very real. However, just because someone is a Navy jet pilot, that in no way means that they have more experience in deciphering something natural from a true alien craft, especially when many of these things are miles away and caught in these often blurry infrared camera videos, which further distort what the pilots are seeing. That was my only point. So my mantra, guys, and has always been, is to question everything, and that is the whole point at arriving at the truth. Never blindly accept any footage or information just because someone on CNN or 60 Minutes said so. We all know that there are paid disinformation artists working for the government whose sole purpose is to make you think what they want you to think, which is displayed beautifully, and sadly, in the documentary film called Mirage Men, which tells the true tale of one such government disinfo agent that purposely made a man think that he was recording and receiving alien signals, ultimately leading to his mental breakdown and worse. So I say, no one is trying to debunk the Pentagon leaks, but simply ask questions, especially when you're dealing with a government entity that has perpetuated a 70-year lie and is now confirming certain pieces of footage or leaks. So that was my purpose on my last video, to create a debate, to stir up conversation, and we sure as hell did. So, and this new footage here, this new radar footage, this makes me happy. This is totally awesome. And so to move forward, speaking of USOs, or unidentified submerged objects lurking down in the ocean deep, here is a new piece of footage that comes from a diver who was down in the ocean off the coast of Belize, where he captured something very strange moving very quickly through the water. Okay, so guys, did you see that? It starts from the left when the object is very far away, and then it makes its way across the screen towards the right, growing larger and larger at a distance. Now, the diver didn't see this himself as he was looking down, but his camera sure did catch it. And as I'm playing you this here, we'll go ahead and stop at what I think is a pretty good frame that gives us an idea and the clearest image of what this object looks like. So here it is coming across, and we'll stop right here. And so, as you can see, this thing does not look like any kind of fish I've ever seen. It does not look like a bubble. And we'll go ahead and add some contrast to it, bring the contrast up, turn the brightness down. And as we zoom in here, this thing has got shape to it. It's got depth to it. It's got light and shadow reflecting off of it. It's a triangular shape, sort of curved sides. It looks to have some sort of divider at the very end of it, sort of going up in this line you see at the bottom. And it's three-dimensional because you can see the sides of this thing in the shadow and light. And it almost looks like some sort of triangular-shaped metallic object making its way through the ocean deep. And once again, reminds me of what I believe is the best footage out there of underwater UFOs, is the UFO seen going down into the water off of the coast of Puerto Rico, where you can actually see the UFO go under the water and see it while it's under the water, before it comes back up and then splits into two separate objects. So these things are under there. Tell me what you guys think of this new footage of a USO off the coast of Belize. Now, I've been getting many requests for any new information regarding the mystery underground booms. Now, if you're a follower to the channel, you'll know that last year I was doing a ton of videos on this very strange and mysterious phenomenon, wherein which people all over the world, entire cities and communities and towns, will experience this rumbling, almost like an earthquake, but that is actually created in the sky. It does not register on seismographs, and yet it feels like a freight train is going through these towns or cities, sometimes, or well, many times from what I've investigated, leaving cracks in people's driveways, and even worse than that. So people have been emailing me saying, hey, is the phenomenon still happening? Yes, it is, in fact. Just this past month, here is a new article wherein which a loud boom that caused shaking of homes occurred on the Virginia Beach ocean front, and as you can see, scientists are trying to figure out what it was. They are always trying to figure out what these things are, and they have not yet. There is no explanation. It's almost as if you have a massive object that's almost invisible, you could say, that is moving through the sky right above the rooftops of these homes and areas, shaking houses, putting cracks that are 3 miles long and 25 feet deep, like the one you're seeing here that occurred in northern Mexico a couple of years back. That was a major one. And we have mapped these things happening all across the United States. And sometimes they're picked up by seismographs, other times not. If you guys remember that video where seismographs picked up an object that was seemingly moving underground from New York all the way on the east coast of the United States, all the way to California in a matter of minutes. And so some of these mystery booms come from the sky, others from underground. And here is just one of those clips captured on one of these local news stations in the past. And that occurred in Pennsylvania, which was so mysterious that even the FBI got involved.
A late-night loud noise that will not let up is plaguing a part of Pennsylvania. No one seems to know the source of the mysterious booms. Top investigators are now helping to unravel the mystery in Springfield Township, Haycock Township, Milford Township, and Quakertown. That's where Eyewitness News reporter Alexandria Hoff is tonight. Alex?
Yuki, this is a wild story that just seems to keep on getting stranger. Now, between calls to police and posts on social media, hundreds of people say that they have heard and been shaken by this explosion-like sound that rocked them out of their beds in the middle of the night. And without a clue of what is going on, local police have gone to state, and state police have now gone to federal investigators. Here in Upper Bucks County, something has been going bump in the night.
I thought maybe somebody was making a tunnel or space junk fell out of the sky.
From poachers, gunfire to explosions to sonic booms.
There has been no shortage of theories, but still no answer as to why so many residents have been jolted by a mysterious and near deafening boom sound.
It's a rumble. It actually rumbles the ground like an earthquake would happen, but with a loud
I've been in the military. I've got experience with explosives. I was a Navy diver. And that was definitely not a gunshot.
Local police municipalities have been receiving reports of the booms since early April.
So yeah, guys, these mystery booms are still occurring. They're still putting cracks in people's driveways, up to massive gashes in the earth, such as what happened in Kenya recently, as you're seeing in the video clip here. So this is a worldwide phenomenon, and I'm going to continue reporting on it here. But yeah, most recent, on May 25th of this year, if you heard a loud boom at the ocean front and other areas in Hampton Roads in Virginia Beach, you guys need to shoot me an email, because several people reported that their house shook and that there were booming sounds on the Monday that it occurred first around 11 a.m. One person in North Virginia Beach said that they heard, quote, a loud noise like thunder, with other local residents saying that their windows rattled and they felt their house shake. Don Blakeman, another seismologist with the agency, said that analysts with the USGS do not believe that there was an earthquake, and that has been ruled out. So yeah, you guys tell me what you think. So lastly today, another UFO news story, this time after a luminous disc-like UFO was caught flying over a field near Saskatchewan, Canada. Now, this happened on the evening of May 14th, 2021, when this luminous disc-like UFO was observed by David Felix while driving in his vehicle. The UFO was moving slowly, then flying over the fields near Saskatchewan in Canada in complete silence and close to the ground. Mexican researcher Carlos Clemente, who has analyzed this UFO landing, states that the UFO in Canada is very similar to a luminous disc, as you're seeing here, photographed by Russian soldiers in Austin, Kino, Russia, back in 1995. Alright guys, so pretty interesting stuff, man. These are crazy times. Now, this video is probably going to get demonetized due to some of the subject matter, so I appreciate it if you support through merch. The link is down below. And to our over 600 plus Patreon members, I just want to say thank you. If you want to support via Patreon, not only do you get behind the scenes footage, videos, and imagery, but you also get awesome perks like signed Secure Team stickers and button pins and more. And one last final thing I almost forgot was that we now have our own Insomnia Team Discord server. Now, for those of you who don't know what Discord is, it's basically like the old AOL chat rooms. So it's a chat room where you can go. I'll put the invite link down below in the video description. You join, you go through the rules, you accept the rules and whatnot, you create your username and password, and then you'll be able to chat in the Insomnia Chat Lounge. And as you log into the software, which you can download on your phone or desktop, you'll log into the Insomnia Team server, and you'll have the chat room in the middle, and to the left of the screen, you'll see a number of different channels or chat rooms with a hashtag next to them, and you can click on any of those, whether it be videos, UFO pictures, where you can post images or videos, whether it be different topics that you like to join that chat room and talk about. We have over 1,000 members already to that chat room on Discord, so click the invite link down below. I pop in almost every night for both text chats and voice chats. It's growing massively already. It's just another awesome way for me to hang out with you guys, chat on voice and video, and like I said, I'm on there most nights during the insomnia hours. So thank you guys for stopping by today. Stay tuned, and as always, stay safe.